If you're studying for the INBDE, I highly recommend INBDE Bootcamp, an all-in-one study resource that will help you pass your exam. Use coupon code MENTALDENTAL for 10% off.
Hey everyone, Dr. Ryan here, and welcome back to Mental Dental. Today we're talking about one of the sneakiest traps on any board exam, the dreaded trick question. And you might be asking, what are the common tricks? Well, words like except and not change everything. If you miss that one key word in the question, you could get the whole thing wrong, even if you knew the material being tested. So let's go over exactly how to handle these types of questions, and we'll walk through a full example together. First, I want to talk about why trick questions exist in the first place. And as someone who has taken many standardized exams, I know it can often feel like the board examiners are trying to fool you. I don't think that's their intention, but sometimes, especially with the clinical reasoning questions, they'll add in a small twist to see if you're really paying attention. And that twist usually comes in the form of a negative word. Not, except, least likely, all of the following but or except. And here's the thing with that. Your brain is trained to look for the right answer. But these questions are asking for the wrong one. So if you don't slow down, it's easy to choose incorrectly, even when you know the right information. So what's a good strategy for handling these types of trick questions? Well, I want to give you a 3-step filter, so to speak, for tackling tricky negative worded questions. The first thing I want you to do is to physically highlight the word except or not. And you might be wondering, well, how do I do that if I'm taking the exam on a computer screen? Well, with the power of the right click. And a lot of people don't know this, but with the exam software, INBDE, ADAT, you can right-click with your mouse and drag anything on the question stem, and it will actually highlight that part of the question in yellow. Now, as a side note, you can also right-click on an answer choice to cross out that option, so you can mentally eliminate it from competition. But seriously, highlight these trick words. Get that right-click going, highlight those keywords, shout it out in your head, because that word changes everything and you can't miss it. The second thing I want you to do is go choice by choice. Flip the question and ask yourself, does this option correctly answer the question prompt? Does this option correctly answer the question prompt? If yes, cross it out by right-clicking on it. And if no, then that's your answer. And then step 3 is to confirm your answer. And this is super important. I'm a big fan of moving through questions efficiently, but when you get a trick question, slow down and take your time. Your last step should be to ask yourself, does my answer not belong with the other answer choices? Because if all the other options correctly answer the question prompt, then your final selection for that question should stand out among the rest. So let's put all this into practice with a practice question. And here it is on the screen right now. Each of the following is a typical feature of necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis except one. Which is the exception? And we have A, pain, B, bleeding, C, pseudomembrane formation, D, attachment loss, and E, metallic taste. So let's go through our filter. Step 1 is to highlight the words except and exception. So let's physically do that so you get the right idea. So it becomes clear we're not looking for what is common in necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis. We're looking for what is not a common feature of this condition. Step number 2 is to go through the options one by one. So A, pain. And let's ask ourselves, does this correctly answer the question prompt? Or in this case, is it a typical feature of necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis? And absolutely, this condition is definitely characterized by intense, sudden onset gum pain, which differentiates it from less painful conditions like plain gingivitis, for example. So we cross it out. B, bleeding. This is also a typical feature. Gingival bleeding is a hallmark of this condition, in fact. So we can also cross that out. Pseudomembrane formation. Is this a common feature of necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis? Yes, it's a classic finding. That gross looking gray, yellow, or white layer of tissue that forms over the ulcerated areas of the gums, especially the interdental papillae. That's going to be there. So let's cross it out as well. D, attachment loss. This is where you slow down a little bit. Necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis affects soft tissue only, not the bone or the periodontal attachment, which would be necrotizing ulcerative periodontitis. So let's keep this one alive for right now. And then E, metallic taste. Is that a common finding? Yes, many patients with necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis report a metallic or unpleasant taste, so we can rule that one out too. So we're left with D. That's our only remaining option. And then we confirm our selection. That's step number 3. Ask yourself, does my selection not belong with the other options? Pain, bleeding, pseudomembrane, and metallic taste are all parts of necrotizing ulcerative gingivitis, and attachment loss stands out. It doesn't belong. It's not a common feature of this condition. So we confirm it, we defend our answer choice in our brain before we move on to the next question, and then we can confidently move on to the next one after following those 3 steps. So remember, when you see words like except or not or least likely, immediately slow down and use your 3-step trick question filter. Highlight the negative word, flip the question, go choice by choice, crossing things out, and then confirm your selection by asking, does it not belong with the other options? This little habit can save you a ton of points and keep you from falling into traps even when you know the content well. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel for much more on dentistry and dental board exams, and join the full Mental Dental Academy at mentaldental.com/academy for question banks, new videos, handouts, live classes with me, and much more to help you crush your INBDE and ADAT exams. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. God bless you, and I'll see you all in the next video.